So if you have ever struggled with recreating some of your family's most cherished recipes, the problem may not be you, but your kitchen. I recently spoke with Michelin star chef Curtis Stone to learn more. One silver lining from the pandemic is that it helped many people reconnect by sharing family meals and preparing recipes passed down from previous generations. Now, according to a recent survey by Bosch Home Appliances, 64% of American adults still cook meals today that their parents or grandparents used to make for them as kids. And while families are enjoying this rediscovered tradition, they feel, though, that they can't quite make certain family recipes just right, mainly due to not having the same kitchen tools and appliances to mimic them. Luckily, though, help is on the way. Today, I'm joined by Michelin-starred chef Curtis Stone to offer a few tips on keeping those family recipes alive and delicious. Hey there.
Nice to see you. Well, you know what? You're talking to the right man, because I named both my restaurants after my grannies, and I think there's something so special about a family recipe, and I thought I'd share a couple of my family recipes with you this morning. I'm going to make some jam, first of all. This is from my mum, with strawberries, pinnacle of their season right now, also with rhubarb. And what you do is you throw your strawberries and rhubarb in, and then a little bit of sugar and a little bit of lemon juice. When I say a little bit of sugar, I mean it's a jam, so you need enough. And then some lemon juice, and the pectin in the lemon juice will help thicken it. Now, the one thing about doing a jam is you do need a precise heat source. So I love working on my Bosch induction cooktop because it gives you that perfect heat source that you need, right? So very, very precise. You can actually see my jam here. This one's been simmering away, and see how I just gave it a stir, but it'll start simmering for you, and you get that perfect little bubble every single time, and then you're not wondering, is it too hot, is it too cold? So that's the great thing about induction cooking. Over here I've got my beautiful scones. Now, my mum used to put currants in hers, so I'm going to do it the same way for you. And all you do is you go ahead and you cut these scones out the same way you make a biscuit, basically, same sort of a recipe. This one just has a little bit of sugar added, and they're wonderful served with jam and cream. Now, I always used to say when I'd write recipes, you've got to do a thing called the sheet pan shuffle, and what I'm talking about is once you get all your scones onto a sheet tray, you used to have to bake them, and you know how the top of the oven would get hotter than the bottom of the oven? This is what your grandma used to deal with. But we've got the Bosch wall oven here, and it's got a wonderful feature. It's called the multi-bake. So you can see the top, the middle, and the bottom are all baking exactly the same. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I pull this out, and if I show you underneath here, they're all golden brown, absolutely perfect. Doesn't matter where on the tray I pick it up from, they all have that perfect colour, and it also doesn't matter where in the oven you're actually baking them. So to finish off these beautiful scones, you just break them in half. You can see the lovely currants in there, and then a little bit of that strawberry and rhubarb jam that we've cooked, and then you top it with a little bit of whipped cream, or a little bit of clotted cream is lovely too. And they're the perfect snack, of course, wonderful as a morning tea or afternoon tea. But when my boys get home from school, this is what they have, and then I get to tell them this is your granny's recipe, and they absolutely love that.
Love that. Chef Stone, just send it right over. We'll take some right here. Love that. How do you use your family recipes to stay connected with your family?
Look, I think it's important when you're thinking about cooking a family recipe, you share that information with everybody. You tell them that this was your mum's or your granny's or your dad's, and then you sort of get in the kitchen together. And then, of course, the beautiful thing about cooking is what it creates around the dinner table, that wonderful conversation, right? And I think we've all got family history and family recipes. This is one of my wife's, actually. I call it Lindsay's lemonade, and it's very simple to make. It's got some strawberries and some sliced lemon. My boys actually do lemonade stands with it now, and it was her dad's recipe, so he used to make it with her. And I think when things are passed down, they feel more special to us. We feel like we've got real ownership over it, and we do a good job when we make it.
And what are your secrets for making the perfect family recipe? We talked about sometimes we can get frustrated that we don't make it just like they did.
Well, first of all, you need good ingredients. That's the start of everything. And then you need equipment that helps you. I mean, you see all of this ice right here. I'm using the Quick Pro Ice machine in one of the Bosch refrigerators. It makes up to 40 glasses of ice. Of course, you don't need that much, but it's good to know that it can make it. So the great equipment that backs up, the wonderful appliances that back up those good ingredients, that's the secret.
And finally, where can viewers and listeners go to get more of these recipes and more information on the products?
Sure, you can go to Bosch's website, or you can go to the Bosch blog, which is called Heart of the Home, and you'll see all of my recipes and all of the great information there.
Chef Curtis Stone, thank you so much.
Lovely chatting to you.